What's up, everybody? So we are out here at Submersion Festival at FDR Park in Philadelphia, just talking to the people, seeing what's going on and why everybody comes out to hang out underneath 95 and listen to some good tunes. So let's talk to the people and see how it goes. Yeah. Well, Nick, thank you very much for sitting down with me.
Sure, man.
What brings you out to Submersion? Is this your first time?
Maybe. I've definitely been to some other parties, like in the skate park, or even like a couple of weeks ago, I was at one that was behind it.
Okay.
And like a container. My friend Brainrack, Philly DJ, was doing a little pop-up there.
Like a shipping container?
Yeah, it was like basically out of a random shipping container.
That's pretty
but it was
dope.
Kind of similar setup to this, right? And I met Paige last night.
Okay.
I can't remember her DJ moniker, Freak or something. But
Okay.
she's about to perform.
They did say that
So,
on the, yeah?
My friend Brian, who lives here, old friend of mine, he should probably be pulling up during this interview.
Okay.
He just started managing this DJ, Kobe. So she performed at the Ave last night before Paige did.
Okay.
So Brian was like, come to the Ave, check out this new chick that I'm managing. And I was like, great, I'm just visiting for the weekend.
Where are you from?
I'm from northern New Jersey originally.
Okay.
But I did live in Philadelphia for, on and off for like 8 years. We were like 2012 to 2020 kind of deal.
Any reason you left Philly?
My family kind of all pulled up stakes around the same time and moved back to North Jersey where we're from originally. Mixture of like work and family stuff. And yeah, so we're still pretty close.
Only an hour and a half.
I did come to love this town over the time that I lived here. Like when I first got here, I wasn't the biggest fan.
What didn't you like about it when you first got here?
So I grew up basically in New York City, like right across the Hudson River, right? And it's just, I don't know, I wasn't feeling the people, I wasn't feeling the food, like, and then I found this crew of creative people, musicians, just awesome people that just made this city so incredible for me. It took a little while to come around to it. Yeah. But now when I'm like in other cities and people ask me about Philadelphia, I'm like, the number one fan. I love this town.
That's good.
So I did a full 180.
So it is important to you to like see community.
And especially with music, because I've been working in live event production for 15 years. Okay. And a lot of that was in Philadelphia. So I have I've been out of Philly for a while now, but I have these connections and friends, and
there you go.
I have other buddies who their production company is called Subsurface. Okay. They do more like down-tempo, vinyl, house type of parties. And they do this party in the summer every 2 weeks at this place called La Chinesca, which is like this dope Chinese restaurant, but they have like a sick patio out back. So they just came up with this partnership with these guys. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to get down here all summer for one. So this was the last one of the summer. Okay. And unfortunately, they didn't cancel, thankfully. They moved it indoors.
Because of the rain.
It's like starting at 4, it goes from like 4 to 10. Okay. And they were thinking it was going to get rained out, so they just moved it inside to this new place called Say No More.
Say No More.
Yeah, that's kind of up in northeast.
Yeah, I'm not
too
familiar.
That area.
I'm familiar with the Ave, I feel like Ben Arsenal,
some of this crew
departed.
I'm sure was at the party last night.
it seems like
were you there?
No, I was not. But it seems like the unique thing about Philly is like it's such a big place, but it's such a small knit community.
Yeah, definitely when it comes to like the creative scene here. Yes. It's like I've been hanging out with these same guys, throwing shows in Philly for 10 years at least now. Okay. And they are like so about the city, and it's been like such a growth pond for them to just do these things, and there's not a lot of barrier to entry with like a city like New York, for example, cost, whatever, like anybody can kind of come in and do something on a relatively cheap budget in this town. And people are willing to give it a shot.
And it be successful.
So that's kind of cool.
You know?
Yeah. I appreciate that about Philly. Of course.
And it seems like people support it. Like, you know, like true Philadelphians support one another in their own community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty supportive, I would say, with the creatives around here. And another thing that at first I was like not really feeling was that aspect of Philly. Like I wasn't finding it at first.
Okay.
But then once I found it, I was like, oh, there are these kinds of people that I have similar values with that are trying to do similar things to me. It took a little while to find them, right?
okay, so sometimes I run into people that like they don't necessarily find that. Like I met a guy from Minnesota last night that's been
You
here for
gotta
2
look
weeks.
for it. You gotta
right?
look for it.
How did you look for it when you first came? Like some people, that's a hard barrier for them to cross, right? So
Yeah, I think I was lucky to have met some of the right people.
right,
My younger brother's best friend from childhood came to Temple.
Okay.
It was his freshman year at Temple, and he just happened to be rooming with Alex Kennedy, Brainrack,
Okay.
and two other guys, Keenan and Josh, who are doing stuff in the Philly music scene still to this day. None of these guys were really doing it that much, or they were just starting at the time. Big skaters, like,
Okay.
and pot smokers. I was like, all right, I can hang out with these guys.
yeah.
We, started introducing each other to different music. That was when they were just getting their start, and that was sort of my entry into the scene here.
Okay.
And I fell in love with it. I'm still best friends with these guys 10 years later.
That's good. I feel like a lot of
Cool.
Temple guys go to the Ave and this, you know.
Yeah, I think like some of the guys that started it were Temple guys.
Yeah.
Where they had Temple connections.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of the same guys I've been hanging around with for 10 years. I see them out. I do festival production.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for 10 years all over the country. So I'll see the Av guys out at other random festivals or in Miami or whatever, doing their club shit in Miami. So
That's
it's
dope.
very cool to see them outside of Philly and just having that connection is like special for sure.
And you get to experience it all over.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
really
mean?
cool. Yeah. And I mean, I'm lucky to have that in a lot of cities just because I've traveled and worked so many places. But the Philly connection specifically is like a very special one. I keep coming back. So
It's addictive,
That's a
right?
good sign.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I keep coming back. So I was trying to figure out a way to get down here because I wanted to go to the Ave last night and to this show for North Jersey. Like having trouble getting a car. I rented a car and they called me yesterday morning and were like, hey, so we're out of cars. And I was like, all right, well, why did you take my reservation? Well, fine. So then I'm looking at trains and I'm like, yeah, it's doable. Like, it's not the easiest. I'm like, how am I going to do this? I got to figure this out, right? And I eventually was able to borrow someone's car. Oh, speaking of the devil. Hey, buddy. Yeah, did you do the same dumb thing I did and park like a mile away? All right, well, you'll see me right when you walk in. I'm hanging out up here. All right, cool. So, are you Philly born and bred?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Northeast, Linden, and Frankfurt.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. So I get to come out and see. It's like GTA, right? Philadelphia.
Kind of is.
It's the only city in the world that you can go into like different sections of it, and it's a totally different world. You know what
Well,
I
and
mean?
there's also all these like weird places, little spaces like this, and like other weird spaces that like I've been to for these outside parties in Philly that are just like, what is this place?
Yeah.
What am I doing? And who came up with this? Brian!
And like it's almost culture. Like nobody has a problem with it.
No,
you know what I
the
mean?
cops have, I think, bigger fish to fry in this town
Yes.
as well.
Dog
Yeah.
friendly? Is your dog friendly?
It's not my dog. It's, yeah.
Friendly? Okay.
Brian,
Hi.
this is Dan.
Dan, nice to meet
This
you,
is my buddy
Brian.
Brian. Cheers, brother. Hi, Cleo. Hi. Hi, girl. Hi, I missed you. Hi.
You're gonna get them all dirty.
No. It's alright, I love her so much, I don't care. Yeah.
Well, Nick, thank you very much for sitting
Pleasure.
down.
Love what you're doing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.